Hi, we are live with Insurance Claims Radio. We're a radio show designed to look at insurance claims, specifically looking at property claims, and we're talking about hail damage, fire damage. Our last show, we left off talking about a government study about how much public adjusters increase the claims. So I've got the study pulled up. I'm Phil Coutu. I am your host. You can get me at 720-296-3492 by text. You can also check us out at rooftoproofing.com. I'm a public adjuster. I own Power Adjusters, Power Appraisers, Insurance Claims School. Been doing this over 34 years, everybody. I've got two experienced guests on the show today. One is Ryan with Blue Ribbon Claims, known Ryan a while. His phone number is 720-975-4253. He specializes in residential and commercial claims. I've got the old-timer, James D'Angelo, here. He is a public adjuster he was a contractor in the past. He's got over 35 years experience. Very knowledgeable and prominent public adjuster. He handles all of Colorado and other states. He specializes in large, complex commercial claims. He's a friendly competitor of mine. We've actually even worked some claims together. He can be reached if you have problems with your claims at 303-885-3731. So I'm your host, Phil Coutu, and we're going to pick up talking about a study. The study was done by the Office of Program and Policy Analysis and Government Accountability, OPPAGA, an office of the Florida Legislature, performed a study on Florida public adjusters. Here's what the study found. In the study, they evaluated claims filed with citizens, that's state property insurance in Florida, from March 2008 till June 2009 for a total of 76,321 claims. Of these claims, 21,545 were represented by Florida public adjusters. A public adjuster is your own private adjuster who does not work for the insurance company. He works for you, just like a private investigator. While the comparison group consisted of the 54,776 claims that either had no representation or were represented by a party other than a public adjuster. So what they're saying is it could have been a friend, it possibly could have been a contractor. And the study, we're going to go on live here. This study, what they found was during the 2005 hurricane season, without the assistance of a public adjuster, received payments averaging $2,229, while those policyholders that utilized the services of a licensed Florida public adjuster received payments of $17,187. That is a 747% increase in average claim payout with the assistance of a public adjuster. It further stated the results for non-catastrophic claims. Those that did not use the service of a public adjuster received an average payout of $1,391, while those that utilized a public adjuster received a settlement of $9,379, an increase of 574%. To the policyholders, that's you, that utilized a public adjuster to assist the handling of a claim. So it's a great government study. We'll point out, though, in 2004, the spread was a lot less. That's when the hurricanes hit. So the insurance companies on those same type of claims in 2004 were paying out $18,000 plus. The public adjuster was getting north of $22,000. But in 2004, those same type of claims dropped to $2,029 versus $17,187. So this is a very important study. We're going to talk here. We're going to take a break shortly, but we're going to talk about why 2004 was a lot closer and why 2005 possibly, this is going to be opinions represented by our panel, well, there was a much bigger margin, 574%. I am live here right now with James D'Angelo. He's a prominent public adjuster serving Colorado and the U.S. for complex commercial claims. He can be reached at 303-885-3731. My other guest is Ryan from Blue Ribbon Contracting. He does residential and commercial claims as a contractor. His phone number is 720-975-4253. We are live with Insurance Claims Radio. I'm your host, Phil Coutu, with rooftoproofing.com, and we will be back. Do you have a commercial hail claim, troubled hail claim, underpaid claim, missed damages, bad faith, possible legal action? Rooftop Restoration is a leading hail loss consumer advocate for poorly handled insurance claims. We specialize in hail damage, large commercial claims, and provide the total claims package risk-free. We pay and cover all expert costs, engineers, attorneys, roof inspectors, adjusters. We get you what you deserve under your insurance policy. Finance large deductibles, all the experts, experience, and stellar reputation with zero out-of-pocket costs. Risk-free. Call or text Rooftop Restoration at 720-296-3492. Call or text at 720-296-3492. That's 720-296-3492. And check us out at rooftoprestoration.com. All right, we are back. We are live with Insurance Claims Radio. I'm your host, Phil Coutu of rooftoproofing.com. I can be reached or text to 720-296-3492. I am a contractor, a roofer, a public adjuster, a roof inspector, and many other things. And we are speaking about the Office of Program Policy Analysis and Government Accountability in Florida, about a study. Guys, let's open it up to you. Why do you guys think the study in 2004 that the spread was like only about $4,000 from $18,000 to $22,000 in 2004 when public adjusters represented policyholders versus the spread in 2005 where they examined tens of thousands of claims and they found out when you had a public adjuster for the same type of claim, the payout was $17,000 versus a payout of about $2,000 approximately. Why do you guys think that is?
Well, that's real simple, Phil. It's the knowledge and experience of the public adjuster. You know, it's as I had said in one of our earlier shows.
Okay, yeah, but come on, guys, let's get to it. Why was it such a difference of a spread? We're talking less than 100% versus 574% the next year. Any answers to that?
Well, there was four hurricanes that came through there in 2005. I don't know if those are the claims you're speaking of, but the truth of the matter is, public adjusters have more knowledge. Can
I offer my opinion on this, gentlemen?
Please.
My opinion is in 2004 we had 4 hurricanes, but it was early. So the insurance companies, in my opinion, and I worked for them at the time, were being a lot more honorable because generally, they wanted to be somewhat honorable. But as more and more hurricanes piled up, right, and a lot of those claims, that was the fall of 2004, so they started getting more claims in 2005. I worked for them, and they tightened their belts. You've seen tens and hundreds of millions of dollars. That was a multi-billion year in both years being paid out in Florida. So when you have a company for profit and you see all this money going out, do you think maybe you're going to tighten your belt because you are a for-profit company?
Oh, absolutely.
Right. So in my opinion, that's why it went up. But the big thing is they're saying that it went up 574% in 2005 for tens of thousands claim study done by the Accountability Office of Florida, Office of Program Policy Analysis and Government Accountability. That is how valuable a public adjuster is. Generally, a public adjuster charges 10 to 15%. Standard's about 10. And so basically these people would be paying about $1,700 and they're getting an extra $15,000. So they're netting out about just north of $13,000.
Well, they're getting paid fairly at that point. One thing I can tell you in my experience, and I've been in this since the late 70s, insurance companies don't pay what they don't owe. Okay? If you can't demonstrate that it is owed and you cannot support it, they are not going to pay it. It's real simple. They don't give away money.
Right. And James, I would say, and I have a question for you on that because I think you're probably the best to answer this, you and Phil, is that's when they start driving the insurance companies on wind-driven rain, and then the adjusters have to get in there and really argue the point of where it's at, where most homeowners, they don't understand what that portion is. Can you guys talk to that just a little bit about
causation?
Hey, I would love to speak about the burden of proof, guys. This is important to our consumers out there. People think that an insurance company is really dishonest when they don't pay a lot of money, but other people are telling them they are. Well, has bad faith occurred? Possibly. But there's a requirement. Here's an insurance definition off the internet. And we'll get to Inspectopedia. It just says this off Google. It's not listing where it's coming from, but it says breaking down burden of proof. The burden of proof requirement is designed to ensure that legal decisions are made based on facts rather than conjecture. In insurance, it is used in the courts to determine whether a loss is covered by an insurance policy. So I'm going to break that down for you since I've been an insurance adjuster many years and now I'm a public adjuster as well. If you have an obligation as the insured, whether it's your contractor helping you or a public adjuster or yourself, to prove your claim. So you can say, great, an estimate written out by a contractor, that's a good start to burden of proof. But since there's so many varying opinions, unless you really give solid concrete evidence to your insurance company, it costs you some money. But there could be millions of dollars on the line. So it's important to have your own expert, your own public adjuster, your own engineer, your own forensic teams, depending how the claim is laying out, and your own estimates. And that is so important because once you've delivered that to the insurance company, it's a much higher bar now to say that it's not their fault. So one of the things we do here at rooftoproofing.com and Power Appraisers and Power Adjusters, and in the state I'm licensed personally under Phil Coutu as a public adjuster, the first thing I want to do is go document everything I can, get really solid experts, do my forensic work, laboratory testing, even if there's a dispute on hail size or kinetic energy. I want to hire a meteorologist. These do cost money, but it proves your claim. And it can make you hundreds, even thousands of percentiles more.
The policy, most people don't read their policy, but if you do read it, you'll recognize in there the duty to prove the loss is on the insured. It's the property owner's duty. The insurance carrier does not have a duty to prove the loss. They have a duty to investigate the loss.
And let's talk about that, James, for just a second. As we got into a project up in Morrison where the adjuster physically came out, measured everything out. We got called in as the contractor to go out and take a look and remeasure. And they measured a deck that they said was 12 by 12 that was actually 100 by 25. Right? So clearly we had to show the insurance company with a measuring tape. You guys were pretty far off to get the portion back to pre-loss. But ladies and gentlemen, I mean, that happens all the time, right, James? I mean,
oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, you're the contractor. When you measure something and you provide a price, a proposal, okay, you're standing behind your price. You want to make a profit. So you're going to be accurate. You have your best interest in being accurate. When you're an insurance adjuster, and maybe you're burdened with overloaded claims, I really don't know. Phil can speak more to that. But with your insurance adjuster, your estimate of the damages are really hypothetical.
right. No, I'd agree with
They're
that.
not market price. You're not having to produce that work. You're not having to say to the owner, you're going to be satisfied with the job when I'm done. You're not going to pull the permits. You're not going to put in all the safety requirements of OSHA. You don't even have any crews. So your accuracy is going to be dead on.
Well, being an insurance adjuster for many years, in one of the hurricane seasons, about 14 years ago, I ran upwards of about 18 adjusters through two different companies. One was a set of large loss adjusters, and one was a set of residential adjusters. And, most of our adjusters really lack a lot of construction experience. They have an estimating platform they're trained on for a handful of days. And that's how they're estimating the loss. They don't understand complexities when you run into issues. Now, contractors really do understand that more because it's coming out of their pocketbook, so there's an incentive to understand it, not underbid the job. But I just spoke last year to a good friend of mine. He's been in the insurance industry for 30 years now, strictly on the insurance side. And he just renovated his condo in California. And it was supposed to be like 120 grand. Ended up going 170 something thousand. He goes, gosh, I've been an insurance adjuster for over 30 years, a case manager, a catastrophe lead. And he said, Phil, I learned more doing that renovation. I said, what do you mean? I won't say his name because he works for the insurance industry. I don't want to bring him any harm since our show is more about holding the insurance industry accountable. But he was like, I learned so much when things screwed up, and then we have this wall, and there was rot, and we had to do this, and the code guys came in. He goes, I get it a lot more now. We were never taught any of this. And I've handled, probably upwards, Phil, of over 100,000 claims come through over the last 30 years that I'm
Phil, that
semi-responsible
goes
for.
back to my statement earlier. And I'm not saying the insurance adjusters intend to shortchange you or short scope you, but they can't pay what they don't know.
Exactly. So he didn't know all these things, but he said, man, I really saw the frustration with contractors when they got into some of these complexities in my walls, and I was caught off guard and had to pay another 50 grand. I would think they were crazy if I was just on the insurance side until I lived it myself. And he goes, this was 27 years in his career. He's been doing it 30 years or 29 now. And I was just like, isn't that amazing? I said, I know. So when he speaks, he goes, now I so much understand when you worked for us and you'd argue with me about some of the things about roofing and difficult access. We're trying to use the software and these adjusters and have this one size package fits all with their software. And they don't understand construction. Sure, it's easy to go bang off a residential roof. And so this is what part of our talk is today, about how important it is to have that experienced contractor, public adjuster, experienced team. And here at this show, we specialize in troubled claims. I'm Phil Coutu, the host with at rooftoproofing.com. This is Insurance Claims Radio. I've also have James D'Angelo, a prominent public adjuster, specializes in complex large loss troubled claims. His phone number for assistance is 303-885-3731. And I'm sitting here also with Ryan from Blue Ribbon Contracting. He does residential and commercial across the state of Colorado. His number is 720-975-4253. You're listening to Insurance Claims Radio, and we will be back shortly. Do you have a commercial hail claim, troubled hail claim, underpaid claim, missed damages, bad faith, possible legal action? Rooftop Restoration is a leading hail loss consumer advocate for poorly handled insurance claims. We specialize in hail damage, large commercial claims, and provide the total claims package risk-free. We pay and cover all expert costs, engineers, attorneys, roof inspectors, adjusters. We get you what you deserve under your insurance policy. Finance large deductibles, all the experts, experience, and stellar reputation with zero out-of-pocket costs. Risk-free. Call or text Rooftop Restoration at 720-296-3492. Call or text at 720-296-3492. That's 720-296-3492. And check us out at rooftoprestoration.com. Hi, you are live with Insurance Claims Radio. I'm your host, Phil Coutu of rooftoproofing.com. I have Ryan from Blue Ribbon Contracting and James D'Angelo, prominent public adjuster. Guys, let's pick it up. We were talking about the one-size-fits-all complexities of claims. What are the things you're seeing out there related to hail claims? And maybe the lack of knowledge adjusters have. So we're talking about that. A lot of times people think the insurance company's ripping them off, but sometimes their adjusters just don't have the experience to understand the complexities of the claim. Other times, they're just following the guidelines they were given by upper Bs. And not every insurance company is bad, and it depends who's running that market at the time. I have a lengthy background working in the industry on both sides, and we're here talking about what are you seeing on these hail claims right now? Colorado Springs has been hit hard north of Denver. What are you seeing that's lacking on from residential to commercial on the paperwork, Ryan?
I mean, just about everything. I mean, I think anybody that's a professional contractor right now is dealing with the fact that you can't get a boom, you can't get roof loads. You're out there having to hand load those, which is an OSHA violation. And that we go out there and we get them loaded on the portion of moving that forward, and then we have to go back and bill the insurance company. The insurance companies, you look at their software system, you run it. We see a lot of cases where they don't want to pay for tear off. I think if you go online to Facebook, there's a big deal about the RFG coding and the DMO. And I don't want to get too far into that portion, but what we're talking about, listeners, is them wanting to, they believe, the insurance company believes that we, as roofing companies, and Phil, I'm sure you can attest to this, we carry a demo crew that's half of, or 75% less, that gets on and rips the roof off, and then the real roofing crew comes on and they roof it up.
They're treating it as general demolition. And it's very interesting that you brought that up, because what they're doing there is they're taking a look at a roof and looking at it as a construction project, maybe like a fire restoration, to where you bring in demo crews to do the demolition, general labor to do demolition, When in fact, when you're doing a roof, especially residential and commercial, your actual roofer, the high skilled paid labor, is performing that demolition. And their estimates don't reflect that.
That's absolutely correct.
Right. So that's one tactic used where they can compare possibly the insurance industry has often their own contractors. Oh, we got a contractor that'll do it for this amount. It's a preferred contractor. The problem with that is it might be less than saving the insurance company money. However, when this contractor is being fed work by the insurance company, he doesn't have to market as hard. He doesn't have to advertise. He might not have been in business as long. Is he really looking out for your best interest? That's the whole point of this claim is we're here to look out for your interest. We do free analysis. We'll come out. We'll tell you where it's really at. Sometimes the insurance company is honorable. A lot of times maybe they're not. Or maybe somebody was ignorant. That was the adjuster and didn't know something. It's really, really a big deal. Preferred contractors are signing a contract kind of at lower than industry prices that are often guaranteed. But here's the big deal. If an insurance company is going to tell you he's one of their preferred contractors, tell them to sign the policy because then they hold the liability. The interesting thing is they want you to use their company. They make it easy because they're saving money. But if you're signing the contract, they don't hold the liability even though they recommended them. It's a really high bar to climb to hold the insurance company accountable. And that's why we're always talking about second opinions, getting your own perspective. We've got two experts here on Insurance Claim Radio. One's Ryan with Blue Ribbon Contracting. The other one is James D'Angelo. He's a prominent public adjuster. Ryan can be reached at 720-975-4253. James can be reached at 303-885-3731. I'm Phil Coutu with RooftopRoofing.com, Power Adjusters, Power Appraisers. I can be reached at 720-296-3492, or you can also text me at 720-296-3492. And we're talking about these underpaid claims and different types of things that can happen to you. So the red flags for you as a policyholder is why not get a second opinion? Get a really experienced person, a contractor, a public adjuster to come out, especially if you have a multi-million-dollar claim. You've got nothing to lose. You're just relying on the insurance company's adjuster, whose experience could be limited. He might be given a set of rules to follow. And we're finding, we were just talking about a government study on the show before where hiring a public adjuster, and it was done by a government accountability office in Florida. In one segment of that study, the claims increased by having a public adjuster over 500%. These were on little claims. And it was like basis of having in 2005, it was $2,029 without a public adjuster, and the same type of claims was $17,000 plus. It's a really big spread. Average public adjuster charges about 10%. Sometimes they're a little higher. And they can give you a world of assistance getting your house back. Because some of the things the homeowners run, when they get those second opinions, what if they just say your roof's repairable? Or, oh, you didn't really have any damage. Then you go to sell your house a couple of years down the road. You're past the statute of limitations. You can't put a claim in. Guess what happens? The roof inspector goes, oh, you got hail damage. You're like, oh, but my adjuster said 2 years I didn't. 3 years I didn't. So residential, 3 years, you're kind of SOL. You need to report these claims timely. You need to get second, third opinions, just experienced people. You should never, ever just trust the person who's employed by the insurance industry. They could be honorable, but you should always get a second opinion. Red flags are, oh, your roof's repairable. Oh, we're going to replace a few damaged shingles. Oh, we're going to waive your deductible. Oh, use our preferred contractor. We're going to get an engineer out here. Those are all red flags where you definitely should think about getting a second opinion because you might be leaving tens of thousands or millions of dollars on the table. What do you got to add, guys?
I mean, I think one thing I'd like to add to that is, we had a job up in Thornton, Colorado, where there was wind damage, and typically there's not a lot of contractors out there that are really great at finding wind damage and being able to get it bought, because now the insurance companies want either 70 or 80% of each elevation to be bought in order to do that. And we're able to negotiate with the insurance company and get the entire house bought, right? And the insurance agent said, no, we're not going to pay for it. Or the adjuster, hey, there's not enough damage, just replace the 3-tab shingles and so forth. And if you're not familiar with this, you're a contractor, you're listening on the portion, we understand what the building code is, right, guys? When we go in there, Thornton has a 1 square, you got 1 square, you can't go back with 3-tab. If you're a customer, you're sitting out there, or you're a client, you're listening, and you don't have a lot of knowledge on this portion, all we're telling you is call an expert, have them come out and take a look, because if the insurance company says we're just going to hop in and we're going to replace a couple of shingles, you surely want a second look on the portion. But I mean, I'm right in agreement with you and Phil, James and Phil, that, hey, you got to have a second opinion. You got to have somebody look at it. And go ahead, James. You look like you want.
Well, you know, I just love it when an insurance representative comes out and they say, our policy is this. We don't do this, or we don't pay that, or we don't pay 10 and 10 unless there's this. And the fact of the matter is, the insured bought a policy. And if it's not in that policy, all that other stuff is just rhetoric.
That's right.
Okay? It's just rhetoric. It means nothing. But you don't know, as a insured, you listen and they say, you know, oh, in yours you have to have so many hits per square, you know, on your shingled roof. You just don't have enough, so we're only going to replace a few shingles. That's baloney.
Right.
Total and complete baloney.
It is.
Damage is damage.
How many times have you guys gotten a roof bought? I mean, James, where they've told the homeowner, hey, we're not going to recover this. You're just going to replace shingles and move forward. I mean, how many times has that happened?
On a regular basis.
For me, I've handled over 20,000 residential claims and 1,000 commercial claims. There's points in times where like probably a third, just estimating a third of the clients, we got new roofs. So we are live with Insurance Claims School. Insurance Claims Radio. That's another company I own. And I'm Phil with RooftopRoofing.com. I'm your host. I can be reached at 720-296-3492. You can call or text that number. That's 720-296-3492. Do you have a commercial hail claim? Troubled hail claim? Underpaid claim? Missed damages? Bad faith? Possible legal action? Rooftop Restoration is a leading hail loss consumer advocate for poorly handled insurance claims. We specialize in hail damage, large commercial claims, and provide the total claims package risk-free. We pay and cover all expert costs, engineers, attorneys, roof inspectors, adjusters. We get you what you deserve under your insurance policy. Finance large deductibles, all the experts, experience, and stellar reputation with zero out-of-pocket costs. Risk-free. Call or text Rooftop Restoration at 720-296-3492. Call or text at 720-296-3492. That's 720-296-3492. And check us out at rooftoprestoration.com.